Hi Realtors, this is Lindsay Jackson, your Chief Advocacy Officer at SCR, coming to you live from the State House today to bring you an update on Week 10 of the legislative session. This week, the House spent most of their time on the floor debating open carry with training legislation, and the Senate spent long hours on the floor dealing with a bill discussing solid waste policy and management. I'm happy to report that Realtor priorities still continue to make progress in the House and in the Senate. The House LCI Business and Commerce Subcommittee gave a favorable report to H 3524 dealing with the extension of the moratorium to prohibit petroleum pipeline companies from exercising eminent domain. This bill would extend the lapse moratorium from November 2020 to June 2022. The bill now heads to the full House LCI committee for review. S 631, dealing with electronic notarization, was given a second reading by the Senate this week. This legislation would allow documents to be notarized electronically and would eliminate gaps and provide for a more seamless recording process. The bill will be up on the Senate calendar for a third reading next week. H 3770, dealing with rental assistance, was given a favorable report by the Senate Finance Committee this week. This legislation would authorize the use of $271 million in federal funding for the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The bill provides that SC Housing would administer the program and the funds would be allocated directly to landlords. This legislation is now on the Senate calendar and will be up for debate next week. The Senate Finance Committee also gave a favorable report to S 627 dealing with pass-through income. This bill would allow corporations, partnerships, and LLCs to deduct state income on their federal tax return, allowing for taxes to be paid at the entity level. This bill will help small business owners reduce their tax burden and is now headed to the Senate calendar for debate. H 3620, dealing with hate crimes, was given a favorable as amended report by the full House Judiciary Committee this week. The legislation was amended in full committee to reinsert protected classes covered in the original language. SCR continues to support the committee version that includes all protected classes covered in NAR's Code of Ethics. This legislation now heads to the House floor for debate. So that's all for this week. Stay tuned next week for more updates on the movement of our priority legislation.